Hello, everybody, and welcome back to unMadeGaming. We are here for our third game of the day. It is The King is Dead, where the king is dead, and we're trying to take the throne. Facilitating the game today is our very own pizza-loving Summer. Summer, with your mouth full, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? Tell us about The King is Dead.
Nice. Good job. Good job.
No.
Let's go live.
Not me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to not die. Okay, I'm Summer. I just came from a game. Sorry. I have to eat. I have another game after this, so, gotta make it work. Yeah, we're playing The King is Dead, which is super, super awesome, and I'm literally just going to read the forward to you really quick before we do the rest of the intros, just so you know what you're in for. The King of Bantive, Edvard III, High Prince of House Dillstone, and Sovereign of the Seaward Coast, has died without heir. Civil war is certain. You're a young warrior prince or warrior princess of one of the loyal houses of Bantive. You're caught up in this looming war of succession. To see your house exalted, you'll have to fight and scheme, allying with your rivals and betraying your friends, falling in love with your enemies, daring danger, adventure, romance, and war. You were born for this. And this is basically just like the dopest game. It's going to be super chill, really fun. We're going to do character creation right here in a second. But yeah, buckle up, everybody. It's drama and a half.
True. Facts. Speaking of drama, Katie, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And I guess you can't tell us who you're playing today because we haven't decided yet. So just the first two.
I'm Katie. You can find me on my Twitter or Twitch or anything like that. If you want to find me somewhere, it's Katie Face. And then I'm on Off the Table a lot. Yeah, that's me.
Sweet. Let's go over to a new face we haven't seen before. Kika, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet?
Hey, I'm Kika. You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/KikaVO and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kika. That's twitch.tv/KIKKA. And I'm also playing in Queen of Spiders' ongoing campaign on the Greyhawk channel. I'm playing in a Invisible Sun game. I forget what channel because I'm bad at keeping track of all the games. I'm going to be in 2 other games soon, and I'm also on Return to Castle Greyhawk on Thursdays on the Greyhawk channel. And yeah, you can find me a bunch of different places, but if you want to actually follow what the heck I'm up to, you just follow me on Twitter.
Sweet. And last but definitely not least, Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And that's it.
I'm Ethan. You can find me at Super Robot Bear on the Twitter. That's where I post all the things that I do, except when I don't know that I'm doing them. I didn't post that I'm doing this today because I didn't know until like a couple hours ago.
Surprise!
Hooray!
Perfect. For those of you not in our Discord chat, this game was supposed to be something entirely different, but there was a scheduling conflict, and this game, as it is right now, happened in like 5 seconds, where someone pulled out, I'm going to run this game right this second, and I was like, okay, great. Perfect. So go off the table. Yeah, and with that, Summer, take us into The King is Dead.
Yeah, awesome. So basically this game is based around a deck of cards and a bunch, it's a storytelling game, and a bunch of like mini games essentially that are very RP centric. You guys have all played this before, right?
I have, with you.
I've played this once.
That's okay. That's perfect. Okay, so we're all kind of on board with what this is. Basically, you're playing these games to get cards. You want to have good cards and you want to have a wide variety of cards. So you want to have face cards, aces, and you want to have as many suits as you can. So basically, when you win mini games, you get cards. You'll draw a card, put down a card, trade cards. And so the object is to exalt your house and to ascend the throne. Basically, the last mini game is the end game, the coronation, and whoever has the highest amount of face cards becomes the next king. Something to keep in mind when you're getting your cards is that jacks and twos are like wild cards, and they affect the end game as well. So they're like doom cards, basically. And we can skip to the end, like you guys can read through that as we go. But the first thing that we're going to do is do character creation. This is really loose, really fun. But the first thing we each need to pick is a noble house. So if you're in the Roll20, under noble houses, you have Antir, Dillstone, Oak, Lunest, and Sandarel. Basically, this just kind of gives you some context in which your character was born and raised. So it doesn't have too much impact on the game. It just kind of separates us into the different houses. So Does anybody have a particular house that they would like to go through? If you want, I can read through them really quickly.
I'm going to go to House Oak.
I wanted to go Dillstone.
Oh,
wrecked.
wow. We're all just out the gate. Okay.
Me versus you, Katie. 1v1 me.
Okay. So first thing we need to do is pick a name. So Mike, why don't you go first? And you're going to be House Oak. What's your name?
Man, you got me there. Dillard.
Dillard. Dill.
ARD.
ARD. You don't want to go Dillards and be where people buy clothes? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Is that a thing? What does that mean?
Dillards is like a, it's
Have
like
you never
Kohl's
been to
or
Dillard's?
Penny's.
It's not a thing where I live.
Well,
That seems fake.
What's that?
I feel like Dillard's is everywhere. It's universal.
okay.
Target?
And you're House Oak.
Yes.
Okay. Your pronouns?
He, him.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Katie, what's your character's name?
I think her name is going to be Eliza. I just randomly generated that.
No, you're totally fine. And you wanted to be House what?
Dillstone.
Ooh, fancy. Kika or Ethan, do either of you have a house that you're particularly wanting?
I might go for Sandorio.
That's a good one. What's your name?
Names are always the hardest.
I know.
Jiraiya.
Ooh, how do you spell that?
I'll just spell it.
Roll 20 it.
How would I spell it?
You can't just put consonants and vowels together.
Jiraiya. Pronouns?
She, her.
Okay. And you said Lunest, right? Or Sandrell. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know things.
I'm gonna go Antier.
Nice. Everyone cares about what I want.
You would go Antier.
You would. What's your name?
I'm gonna be Gerald.
Dillard and Gerald.
We're best friends forever.
Gerald with a G or Gerald with a J?
J.
Katie, why are you hating on Dillard and Gerald?
Gerald.
Yeah, Gerold.
I'm just thinking, I'm sitting here going, because you know where my head goes immediately is going to a ship portmanteau, and I'm just like, Gillard.
Pronouns, Ethan?
Sure.
He, him.
Okay.
Daryl.
What does that fucking leave for me? Lunest. Okay. I am down with that.
I just know last time you played NT, so.
What did I play last time? I can't remember.
No.
You played Sandorial.
I did, yes. I was just, I wanted to ruin everything. And then I just got murdered.
Quickly figuring out, Anastasia. I like that name. Awesome. Wow. That was easy. Here are our characters. Now it's time to name their qualities. So let's go back around. So Mike, you get to pick an attractive quality for Dillard. Do all of you have these attractive qualities? I can put them in the roll.
Yeah, will you put them in roll 20 for us, please?
Yeah, of course I will.
Thanks.
And they don't have to be any of these. You can choose other ones as well, but these are just like base.
Are they in the book somewhere? I'm just not seeing them.
I just put them in roll 20.
Oh, well, there you go.
For your blessed face. Yeah, page 5.
Courageous.
Courageous. And then we each get to go around and we get to give you one. So Katie, what is your attractive quality for Dillard?
I think Dillard is good-hearted.
Aw.
Trying to butter me up. I know
Ethan,
your
what's a
game,
good
Katie.
what's an attractive quality of Dillard? What?
You're muted.
Muted.
Say it again.
I said educated.
Educate.
Yeah.
Perfect. Kika.
I think they're thoughtful.
Aw, what a good-hearted, thoughtful,
Mike,
sweet.
I can see
Now I'm
Mike's
just the
head
good
getting
boy.
bigger
I'm
and
just
bigger.
I'm just a regular
good.
good boy.
I'm gonna say,
Please
I'm
give me
gonna
the
say,
crown.
I'm giving you devout.
Okay.
You're literally the best boy.
Yeah.
They'll just-
Please give me the crown.
Dillard is actually just a dog.
Dillard is a golden retriever puppy.
Okay.
Okay, let's go around and do Eliza. Okay, so Eliza, what is your first attractive quality?
I think she's graceful.
I knew you were gonna say that somehow.
You don't know me.
Kika, what's another attractive quality for Eliza?
Brooding.
Ooh.
Brooding. Ethan?
Person. Let's just go with accomplished at arms.
Ooh. I'm gonna say tall.
That's my favorite one. 'Cause
That's my favorite one.
Random.
all the other ones like evoke
I
a sense of
fucking love
emotion,
it.
but tall just like tall.
Tall.
Thoughtful.
Okay, and then,
Widely traveled. Tall.
Mike, you're last.
I was gonna pick tall. Oh, musical.
Musical. That means
Oh,
Katie's gonna sing for us today.
Damn
That
right.
means she's not.
What?
She's not.
That's what happens if you get picked
Why?
musical. You have to. You
All
have
right.
your chance.
Let's talk about Jiraiya. What is their first attractive quality?
Well, since music's off the table, I won't be busting out my guitar. Let's go with.
And we can have repeats.
Oh yeah, you can pick more than one.
You guys get.
We could all be tall if we wanted to be.
The tallest
Summer.
people in this kingdom.
Not Summer. She can't be tall.
No, I don't want to be.
She's only small.
If only Short was also on the list, that would be.
Right.
You can say things that aren't on the
Yeah.
list too. If it's an attractive quality about you, you can pick.
I'm gonna go with Shy.
Aw,
Okay.
sweet Bab. Okay,
Hey, Bubba.
Ethan.
We're gonna go with shy. Then patient.
Patient. Wow, I love them. Okay. All right, I'm going to go with cheerful. Mike.
Lighthearted.
Katie.
Widely traveled.
Tall.
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 Such a random thing.
I love tall. All
I
right.
love how that's a quality.
Yeah, an attractive quality, like your traditional, like tall, dark, and handsome. Tall. All right, I guess.
You got one of them.
Like me, a tall
Okay.
boy.
Let's talk about Gerald. What's their first attractive quality, Ethan?
Brash.
Brash. My turn. Practical. Mike.
Steadfast.
Ooh. Katie.
Kind.
Short.
I'm gonna pull this off.
I love it.
He's just a little guy.
Averaged. Average size. They're just.
All right.
You can put them right in your pocket.
I'm gonna take my concept.
How about instead of
Concept I
fighting, we
have,
just
I
breakfast club?
Eliza puts Gerald in her pocket.
Breakfast. This is the king gave us detention.
This is perfect.
I'm going to
I'd play
take
it.
I would play
the
that.
one I always fucking take because I'm just shallow as hell. I'm taking beautiful.
Yeah.
Mike.
Athletic.
Athletic. Katie.
I'm going to give you one that I made up, and it's haunted.
What does that mean?
Who knows?
What does it mean?
Literally, I have a ghost following me around.
You might.
You got
Got that haunted look to you.
Swole.
small?
Swole.
Swole? Can I change? Is that not athletic?
That would be athletic, yeah.
I think so. I would agree.
A difference, but okay.
I don't think you can be both.
I'm like,
though.
I
strong.
was just joking around anyway.
Swole.
I die.
Vincent Baker, come on, we need some new traits.
Yeah, right.
Everyone else is soft, sweet boys, and I'm just buff as hell.
Just ripped, just like a barbarian princess.
I think the last one would be gracious.
Okay. And Kika, what was yours?
Let's go with courteous.
Very polite.
She's a sweet girl.
My ghost is also polite.
Well, if it's really rude and that's why you're haunted so much by it.
Me.
Otherwise, you just get along.
Oh gosh. Okay. So now we need cards. I don't remember how many we start with. I think it's 3. Or no.
It's 2, isn't it?
Is it 2?
3 cards.
Oh yeah, it is 2.
3.
Deal. 2 cards.
3.
It's 3?
No, it's 2.
You need a deck
Wait.
of cards. Shuffle it and deal each player a hand of 3 cards.
Where does it say that?
Page 2 of the book.
I'm on page 3.
Fuck.
Okay, I'll deal everybody 3 cards.
Okay, Miss Facilitator.
Okay, cards are irrelevant.
That's how you win the game!
Barely a function of the
I
game,
know.
that's fine.
Okay. We should all have 3 cards.
Dope.
Yes, I got 3 cards.
So we can do this one of 2 ways.
Yeah, the boss.
If you guys don't care who goes first, somebody can just go first, whoever's feeling comfortable, or we can play cards to see who goes first.
Let's play cards.
It's generally the person with the highest card who goes first.
Oh, wait.
I mean, we can stick to the rules and just go
Yeah.
with the cards.
Okay,
Yeah.
so take your highest card out of your hand. This is what those little squares are for, and put it face up.
Are aces high or low in this game?
Aces are high.
Or flipping?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, we got 2 aces. So let me see.
God damn.
Aces are always high. In case of a tie for purposes of taking the first turn, hearts are higher than diamonds. Diamonds are higher than clubs,
Okay.
or higher than spades.
Get wrecked.
Okay, so Gerald is going first. You take your card back.
That means I get to do the thing, right?
You get to do our very, very first game, which is Intrigue and Muster.
Yeah.
Sadly for you, you don't get to pick first game.
I like Intrigue and Muster, though. It's
Yeah,
fun.
Intrigue and Muster is really good. I actually don't know if Intrigue and Muster is actually in this.
It's not.
Okay.
Okay, so set up, I draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
One card. All right. Choose another player's house list, not your own. Then you represent your house, but you don't command it. So choose at random with forethought. Okay. Who wants to be messed up?
I feel like all
Well,
of us.
pick
that's
a
why
house.
we're playing this
Go
game.
ahead and pick a house first.
Fuck me up.
Let's just go straight Dillstone.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. So go down to the Dillstone options and then just pick one from the list.
Okay.
Oh no. Well, you didn't want to be picked, Katie.
Let's just dunk on Katie Day.
Read it out to us.
House Dillstone praise the overseas enemies of House Lunest for secure and support. Deal
Okay.
a card from the deck to House Dillstone, then tell House Dillstone to pull a random card from Lunest's hand, reveal it, and discard it.
So you get to take a card from the deck.
Katie gets a card from the deck.
Mm-hmm. So just pull one out and then take it.
Okay, I just drew it.
And then discard a card from
You get to pick a
Lunest.
random card from my. So just tell me which
I
one.
just the one in the middle. I don't care.
Okay. And I will reveal it,
Boing.
and it goes back into the deck.
Already House Dillstone
Brutal.
requesting help from the nest.
Messing me up.
That's how the game starts.
Good luck with that infant
Yeah.
king of yours. God.
Good
Get
luck.
real.
I asked for help kindly. Thank you very much.
Sign of
hey.
weakness.
And now that we've played Intrigue and Muster, that's what's going on in the world. I think that means that, let's see the order that I was going in. Kika, it's your turn? Oh, no, it would be my turn. Just
Is
kidding.
that a question?
I couldn't remember the order that I'd gone in, but I have to look at the roll 20. Me.
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh. What do I want? I'm gonna do.
Why are you a robot?
I'm so excited. I'm gonna do a reunion.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to choose one of the other players, and we're meeting with each other now after not having seen each other for some time. Mike.
Damn it. I knew you were going to pick me.
Dillard.
Go for it.
So firstly, we have to decide where we're meeting. Either in an estate of my family or your family meeting as host and guest, in an estate of another family, both meeting as guests. We're on the road, in a town, or in the countryside meeting by chance. We're in a military camp meeting as allied war captains. When a military camp meeting as enemies under truce, and we're taking some time aside together to catch up. Or I came to you in secret against my family's warnings, and you came to me in secret against yours. What do we
remind me who's Lunas? The foreign power? I like the last one, man.
I came to you in secret.
Yeah.
Secrets. Yeah. So just real quick, Lunest, you're a prince or princess of the royal house of Reshi and overseas kingdom with a strong claim to the throne of Bantiv, and ours is like a legal claim, basically. So we have to be like, we got the most money and we got the goods. Crown us. That's what we're doing.
And
Okay.
On the opposite side, House Oak is the loyal retainers. They are, I'm a prince or princess of the house bodyguards, knights, and counselors, steadfast to 3 generations of House Dillstone, which is why we're meeting in secret.
Right. Okay. So I came to you in secret against my family's warnings. So first we have to say, how do you look to me? So how does Dillard look to me?
Stressed out, I would say. So he looks, you see that like there's like a kind of like a vacant look in his eyes. He has like, I don't know, brown hair down to his ears, middle part, that princely kind of look. And he is wearing like training clothes. Like he has like leather armor on with like the I forget the hell they're called. The underneath, like the padded underneath, leather breeches, and he looks like he rode here secretly from the training field. And how do you look to me?
Anastasia has been here for a while, maybe a day. So she is much better rested. She has like this really deep red hair that's like it's a near browning. And it falls probably like just below her shoulders. She's got it kind of tied back out of her face. And she looks probably more tan since last time you saw her. Like she's beginning to spend more time outside, and her skin is freckled where it shows on her arms and on her face. And she's wearing traveling clothes, probably still a dress, but you can tell that she's got on like riding pants like underneath, and the skirt is kind of slipped at the side to make it easier to ride a horse. Dressed down. As far as her demeanor, she seems more relaxed than you. Still a bit tense just because of the situation, but definitely relaxes upon seeing you. So my opening question to you is, when did we last see each other?
Before the king died, at a banquet in the castle. You were an emissary.
Perfect. You get to ask me a reunion question.
Cool. In those days, we fought and jibed, but I always trusted you, and I wonder whether I can trust you still. Do you give me the old secret look? Give me that sassy face, Katie.
What does our secret look like?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's like a wink.
My mind just went to Lauren's look from last night.
Yeah.
The creepy stare.
Yeah. I think, yes, she sees you, and you can tell that like nothing has changed in her eyes, that you can still absolutely trust her. And she comes forward. Willard, it's so good to see you.
And you, Anastasia.
It's been a while.
I didn't expect we'd meet in these circumstances. I anticipated on the field of battle.
Thank you for coming to see me.
Of course.
I know it's not ideal.
Well, we each have our banners. We each have our claims, and they can't all be right.
So I'm going to ask the reunion question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. How extra do I want to be?
The most.
Okay.
Someone, let's be serious.
Okay. I was so in love with you then, and I wonder if I'll still feel it. Ooh. Are you still... I guess, yeah. Are you still as thoughtful as you were back then?
Man. I want to say no. I'm going to say no, but I got to think of a good reason why. With the current goings-on, I haven't had as much time as I would have liked for reflection. It's been nothing but training and preparation for what is to come. I'm not nearly as introspective as I was when last we spoke.
You do seem different. But I guess time does that.
This is true. But it doesn't have to make enemies of everyone.
I don't want you as my enemy.
Nor I you.
And yet you said you expect to see me on the field of battle.
I say you, I mean House
I
of the
know.
Nest.
I hope it doesn't come to that.
Is there no way we can prevent this?
I'm sure there is some way. I'm not sure what it is.
Sweet. I'm going to ask you one now.
Mm-hmm.
I get one. Okay, cool. Since those days I've been hard-pressed by war and care, I am eager to see a friendly face. Does yours offer me friendship?
Yes. It seems that while time has been hard for you, it has been much kinder to her. She hasn't seen half of what you've had to deal with. And you know that she leads a pretty guarded life anyway. So yeah, she seems almost like no time has passed.
Okay. Okay.
So where do you head after this?
I return to the capital. There is... And he, like, sighs heavily. There is a claim that House Oak has to the throne as well, over House Dillstone. While we still act as a vassal, we still jockey for our actual place in this world. Our rightful place, some would say. And so I must sit in that seat.
How do you feel about that?
Chosen? As if this was chosen for me? I haven't had much time to think about how I would do things, or if I even want to do things, but it has been placed on my head, my shoulders, that I must be the one to take the throne.
What about your relationship with the Dillstones?
I hope that they would understand that an infant can't lead.
I don't anticipate it being easy for you.
I don't either. In this time, we need as many allies as we can get.
I'm sure you know Lunest also has an eye on the throne.
I do. Which is why we're so far away from everything else.
Well, you know, you don't have to go back so soon.
Oh?
And I'm going to suggest that we move to another game, a dance.
You would.
I love a dance. It's my favorite one.
I know you do.
I'm so basic.
Yeah. Are we moving right into that one, or does that go to the next person's turn?
So what we can talk about this as a group, because we can do it either way. So basically, a dance. One person chooses their partner to be in a dance. So Mike, it would probably move to your turn. I mean, we might as well just do it that way because it's your turn next.
Oh, is it? Well,
Yeah.
Then fuck me. Yeah, let's do it up.
Okay, perfect. So you would choose one of the other players to be your partner in the dance, decide how you became, or how you two came to be dancing with one another, and then other players are more than welcome to join in the scene if it makes sense for their characters to also be present at the dance. So everyone present draws a card. So who's going to be there today?
What kind of dance is it? Is it like what kind of event is this?
It's probably not well, Mike, it's your dance.
I would say it's my dance, but you're the one who invited me to it. So I think it's a dance at House Lunest.
Yeah.
So go nuts, I think, Summer. Explain away this dance.
I think that it's mostly, I think that we've been housing foreign representatives for a while. Pretty much, like, there's a constant flow of people in and out. This is probably pretty informal. They would have extended invitations as like a show of goodwill, especially while they're trying to get a foothold, kind of closer to the crown. So I think that, just as a, like, we're not, here to totally wreck your shit. They would have sent everybody an invitation, but it's pretty casual. It's not like there's not going to be any huge agreements made. There really isn't like a pressing need for people to be there, like not a pressing political need, but I think it would make sense for anybody to accept the invitation if they have nothing else to do.
I think with the setup that Ethan gave of Dilson asking Lunest for help, I think Dilson would feasibly be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll be there.
Okay. Who else?
Jiraiya would be there.
Okay.
Sure,
Awesome.
She's a foreign power, right? Oh no,
And Gerald.
they're the usurpers. That's right.
And Gerald's just saying no to the dance.
Ethan doesn't dance. We know this.
He can dance if he wants to.
Okay, so okay, so basically we have to take the highest card, everyone who's here, we have to take the highest card from our hand and show it. And then notice whose card is the lowest, and then pull all the cards together face down.
You draw a card.
Draw a card first.
Yeah.
Everyone present draws a card.
And we put down our highest card, or?
Yeah. Draw one.
And then you show it.
Oh no. Flip.
Make note of who has the lowest card. Dillard.
Wah, wah.
Then flip them back over, and we'll just pull them over here. Okay. So, during the dance, anyone can ask details about the setting, occasion, and circumstances. Ethan, that includes you, even though you're not there.
Great.
We're going to take turns asking each other's questions. Each of us gets to ask one other person 2 questions, taking turns until the dance ends. Everybody gets to ask 2 questions. And basically, like, the way that you can kind of envision this is that we're in a large dance where people are constantly circling through partners. And at any moment, you can switch partners to ask a person 1 question. But you only get 2 questions total, so hold them for who you want them. And the player who contributes the lowest card takes the first turn, choosing their first partner, asking their first question. Mike, that's you.
Cool. Yeah, it's that one dance scene from A Knight's Tale. Love that movie. Yeah, I am picking Anastasia. Anastasia or Anastasia? What is it?
Anna.
Perfect. I choose Anna. So she's the reason I'm here to begin with.
We need to do the how do you look to me, what's your mood too.
Oh yeah, that's right. How far in the future is this, Miss Summer?
The time it took to get back to Lunest, so a couple weeks.
Okay. Then I am in Lunestian finery because I didn't bring dance clothes. I didn't bring my dance outfit to the secret meeting. So yeah, I am in borrowed clothing. So it looks nice, but it's not tailored to me. It's likely tailored to like one of your brothers or cousins. So it fits a little loose in certain places and falls just incorrectly in a few others, but it is still, finery. And how do you look to me?
Anna is
what
wearing.
What is my mood? Sorry, my mood.
What's
my
your
mood is
mood?
apprehensive. I didn't know that Eliza was going to be here, and now I do.
No, you do know it.
Now I do.
Because
know.
you see her here.
Yeah.
Anna is wearing a floor-length dress that's like this shimmering light to deep gold, like ombre down. And it's made of this like shimmering scaling. So it kind of looks like the whole thing just kind of shifts whenever she moves. This is like peak Lunest bullshit. Like oh my God, they're all over the gold.
So you want this dress is what you're saying.
I want it. And yeah, she's wearing her hair like loose and down. And her mood is happy. And maybe a little bit tipsy. If that's part of mood.
Sure.
Yeah, so we're dancing together. What's your question?
Yeah, the first question is, the dance's figures bring you to dance with someone else. Whom? When the dancers bring you back to me, are you pleased or disappointed?
The dance, I think, takes me to Dryia. And then back again. She is pleased to be like reunited in the dance because this was like basically for you, the whole dance.
Because I'm such a good boy.
Such a good boy. Yeah. So she looks pleased.
I appreciate that both Katie and Eliza are casting shade from wherever they are in the dance right now.
Leaf, it is not dunk on me day.
I just see you looking at us like, have fun in your dance.
I've done nothing to you ever.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's the best part of my day. That's right. I get 2 questions, right? Are they 2 in a row?
Yeah, but you can save. You'll save your other ones when we get back around to you.
That works.
Eliza, it's your turn. Who brings
Eliza.
the dance? Who does the dance bring to you? It can be anyone.
Yeah, I know. I think it brings Dillard to me.
Does it?
It does. Yeah, how do you look to me? What's your mood?
The look is the same. You see that since you probably know him more because of the close relationship between the houses, you see that he looks visibly uncomfortable, right? Because the clothing he's wearing is not fitted for him, and he's now in like a royal ball, essentially. So he's not looking his best, and you kind of get that hint that he's uncomfortable because there's so many eyes looking at him. Anxiety, more or less. And when he comes to you, his mood is he's stiff and apprehensive. You can tell he didn't expect to see you here. How do you look to me?
So Eliza is wearing the colors of Dillstone, which I've decided are like purple and silver. But she has had this dress made that's very loose and flowy on her, that made with a little bit of gold inlay in the thread just to match the colors of Lunest to show like support and stuff because Lunest has helped them. She has very, very pale skin and nearly white blonde hair, and it's sort of pulled back away from her face and braided back. And when she sees you, she looks relieved, like she sees someone she knows and trusts in this sort of big setting that she doesn't exactly like. And my question is, your mouth is close to my ear. What do you say?
What do I say? I think he says, and it comes off, like, as soon as he says it, you can kind of see his face that it came out wrong. But he says, what are you doing here? But it sounds like, what are you doing here? Yeah. And then he realizes it, and then he goes to, like, correct himself, but it's already, like, you can already see in your face that it hit the way it hit.
Yeah, she, like, pulls back and looks at you very confusedly.
Story of my life.
I was invited as a guest. Same as you.
Right. I didn't expect to see you here with Lunest. I know that they've been offering aid, but they're also competing for your throne.
Everyone's competing for the throne. Anyone who offers aid, you should show goodwill to them.
This is true.
Besides, I didn't want to stay home and have to listen to an infant cry more and more and more.
It's becoming more and more of your life now.
Yes, though I'm not sure how I feel about it completely. I am glad to see you, though.
And you, it's unexpected. I'm not sure why, but it is. It is nonetheless.
Well, it's nice to see a friendly face amongst so many others, even if everyone is competing for the throne.
This is true. I do notice an absence of House Antier, though.
Well, you know how that man is. Don't think he's the type for dancing.
2 left feet, as they say.
Or just very short.
Take that, Ethan. Get
Hey,
wrecked.
that is an attractive quality. You can't say that
Quality.
shit.
I'm pulling off the short.
The short
Resist.
is an attractive quality. Everyone
short
knows
way.
it. Someone overhears you and is like, "That's the most attractive thing I know."
That's why I like him.
I know,
I
right?
love a man that
So
has to stand on his
short.
tiptoes.
It makes me feel like a giant, and I love it.
I'm sorry I broke you, Mike.
Especially, well, and no fucking wonder because you're so freaking
I'm
tall.
tall.
You're so tall.
He could never dance with me, is the thing.
Just pick him up,
You can
swing
stand
him
on your
around.
feet.
Like a child. That's why you'll never marry him, because it makes you think of an infant.
I'm not even here to defend myself. I have to feel like I've done this to myself.
This is what happens when you don't come to parties, nerd.
Even
Can we
the
flash
shadows
cut to
party.
Gerald sitting in the woods somewhere, like sharpening a stick?
He's just drinking coffee.
Being sad.
Fire.
Yeah, I think that's where she ends her question.
Okay. Jiraiya, it is your turn. Who does the dance bring to you?
Probably Anastasia.
Perfect. Okay, what's your question for me?
Well, I need to say what my character looks like.
Oh yeah, how do you look to me? What's your mood?
Well, she is probably wearing some foreign finery. Probably has a lot of layers and is mostly white and sky blues with some silver trim here and there. And you can tell she's not like quite used to the clothing, even though it fits her. It's sort of, she needs to adjust how she dances to sort of make it work. And she's a little awkward, but she seems to be enjoying herself, even though she's not really, she's staying a bit more reserved in her movements and dancing. So we come together in the dance, and let's see. Something about me catches your eye, and your look lingers. What is it?
I think that while we're dancing, I spin you out in like a twirl. And I think it brings like a genuine smile to your face. And so Anna's eyes like linger on your like lips. I think that's where she was like with you for that moment in the dance and then went back over to Dillard. Oof. What do I want? Oh gosh. Dillard.
That's me.
At this moment in the dance, you laugh at what?
I blame Katie for this drama. I laugh because I'm dancing with Eliza, and we are well, you don't know, but we're laughing at Short Gerald.
You guys are
So you just
I
see,
won't apologize.
yeah. So you just see
I
the two
love
of us.
Short
You just see the
Gerald.
two of us, you know, in a dancing embrace, like laughing like old friends.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Dillard, it's your turn.
Sorry, Gerald, about your short feet.
I'm fine with my physicality. We'll see that soon enough.
It's okay. You can fight me, so it's fine. Oh man. Yeah, I am. Hmm. I am in the middle of position change, and Miss Anna, or Anna. See, now I'm just going to give you different pronunciations of all your different names. You have an opportunity to draw me close and hold me for a moment. Do you take it?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Damn right.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I think Dillard is like mid position change, and it's that like half second where you look for the next partner, and then you kind of grab
Swoop on
him.
in.
Yeah, you swoop in, give him the old swoop. It's a pendant move.
Eliza? Muted.
I'm muted. I think that a little bit of time has passed, and Eliza has taken a moment to go get some drinks, and so even though she is very graceful usually, didn't that pick this trait? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, even though she's very graceful, I think she's going to join the dance, and she's close to Jiraiya, and I lose my place in the dance. Do you let me stumble, or do you draw me back into place? And she's very noticeably if mood, she's a little tipsy on this fine Lunest wine.
I think Jiraiya does draw her back into place, but kind of panics a bit while doing so, so she stumbles herself.
Yeah, when you do, Eliza looks at you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I've had too much to drink.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. It happens at parties more than anyone cares to admit.
Of course. Jiraiya, correct? From Zendarel.
Yes, I sort of try to curtsy a bit while dancing, and it doesn't really work out.
I'm the eldest daughter from Dillstone, Eliza.
Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you. I'm surprised we haven't met before.
Well, it's understandable. There's so many people at these events. It's hard
Yes.
to know who's who.
I suppose I have been away for a few years. I've been across the sea. Until recently, I was sent away by my parents. But it's a boring story.
Well, I happen to enjoy boring stories. They fill up a lot of my time. But maybe another time. There's so much going on here. It was nice to meet you.
It's lovely to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, and I think she gives you a little nod and goes to get another drink.
That's a great idea.
Dancing for 1 second. Oops, I'm out of wine.
She's getting tipsy.
Jiraiya, it's your turn.
Okay. I think I will come across Dillard now, because they're the only person I haven't had an interaction with yet.
Sure.
I think while we are dancing, the music sort of changes suddenly, and we have to change, sort of adjust our dance, and your mouth comes close to my ear. What do you say?
Interesting. He says, I mean, you've probably passed him in the dance a few times, and in a tone that you haven't heard before, he says, interesting that you'd be invited.
And why is that?
Because you have no real claim
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware that this party was just for those seeking the throne.
From the wilderness, you hear a big, oh, snap.
Shit! He says, I mean, look around. Isn't it?
I think you are making more assumptions than you should.
Perhaps it's the drink. Perhaps it's intuition.
Seems most people tonight are drinking more than they should.
Sometimes it's what we need to cope with the royal life. I'm sure you'd understand.
Not really. I seem to find life most enjoyable without such aid. Maybe you're just focusing on the wrong things.
And perhaps a lesson one day. And he bows and switches partners in an awkward, uncomfortable exchange.
Okay. I think I'm going to go back to Jiraiya. And she smiles when you're partnered again. And you may, at this moment in the dance, place your hand upon my elbow, my shoulder, my waist, or my hip. Which do you choose?
I think I sort of stumble a bit and put my hand on your waist and sort of stay close to keep myself steady.
I meant to tell you that you look lovely tonight.
Oh, thank you. During the journey back, there was a storm and most of my clothes were lost at sea, and this was all I really had left, so I'm glad. It's been such a hit.
Well, you're more than welcome to anything in my wardrobe while you're here.
Oh, that's very, it's very gracious of you, but I'm not sure I would want to deprive you of any of your personal belongings.
I have more than I can count.
Very well. I suppose I could stay for a while before returning to my kingdom.
You're more than welcome to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think she gets pulled away, but kind of, gives you a look like, I'm serious.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've all had 2 questions. Now we have to shuffle the deck of cards, and we each get a random card back. So just go ahead, and I'm going to lay these out, and whoever wants to roll a d4, go ahead, and you can just take that number, so it's kind of random.
This is a reminder, the cap is 5 cards, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to discard if you have more than 5. So, yeah. And then, Katie, do you have preference?
No, you just give me whatever's left.
Okay. That last one's for you.
Okay, well, Roll20 is frozen up. My connection has been interrupted, so I didn't see anything happen.
Okay, well, I'm going to put it in your
Thanks, babe.
square.
This has been great day for Roll20.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's actually Eliza's turn, though.
Yeah.
You pick a game.
I know what game I want, but I don't know who I want it with.
Okay, well, what game do you want?
I'm doing Stealing Time Together.
Ooh.
But I don't know if I want it to be Jiraiya, and or a Dillard. Because I have both, I could go either way. But I don't know. I think if Kika, you're cool with it, I'm gonna go with Jiraiya. So choose one of the partners to be choose one of the other players to be my partner in the liaison. Decide how you came to be stealing time together. And I was thinking that maybe it's still while we're both at like Lunest, the Castle Lunest or something. And maybe Eliza like asked to speak to you or something, or caught you off guard one day somewhere.
That sounds good.
Is it illicit in any way? And what happens if you're discovered?
I was gonna say maybe we don't, at least maybe Eliza doesn't want to be caught by like Anastasia or any Lunest people. Would you consider that illicit?
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to be caught, but that doesn't mean like you're gonna get in trouble, right?
Yeah, I think it would just be like maybe there'd be suspicions about our two houses working together or something,
Oh yeah, like she might take personal offense to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we both draw a card.
Ooh, stealing time.
So do we show the card? I can't remember.
Not unless it explicitly states. So no, just draw a card.
Okay.
You're just being you.
Okay. Yes. So I need to discard a card though. But yes. So I think that when you see me, I've like maybe caught you in like a study or a library or something. Would that be somewhere Jiraiya would hang out?
Either that or the gardens.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, she's finds you in the gardens. And so it's maybe been a couple of days later, so she's not in like the finery that she was at the dance. But it's still like very proper Dillstone fashion, and like it's like high-necked, long sleeves, very like a cape, just because Katie loves a cape. So it's a cape, and the purple and silver colors of Dillstone, and her hair's pulled back. How do you look to me, and what's her mood is? She seems happy. She's got a smile on her face. So how do you look to me, and what's your mood?
I think, well, this is before while she's still staying there, so she would be wearing borrowed clothes. Probably something maybe like Regency period and sort of looking, and lighter colors, but it's kind of a bit too long, so it's sort of like dragging on the ground. A long dress and a shawl, and she has like a slight smile on her face as she's, just casually strolling and looking at the various plants and flowers.
So I think Eliza walks up to you, sort of watches you for a moment, and then is like, Jiraiya, it's very good to see you again.
Oh, Eliza. How are you? It's nice to see you in a quieter setting.
Yes, not many people and not as much drink, fortunately.
Yes, and I don't need to worry about where I'm putting my feet.
Well, sometimes I'm jealous of that quality. My mother put me through dance lessons for many years, and it doesn't really do much. I'm glad to see you again, though. I really enjoyed our moment at the dance the other night.
Oh, really? Well,
Well, I wanted
perhaps
to
like share
hear.
another moment.
I wanted to hear your boring story, if you didn't mind. And I touch your hand, may I?
Hmm. You may, but first I want you to tell me a secret. Will you?
Ooh.
Shit.
Ooh. Yeah, like how do you sort of shy away or something?
Probably.
So yeah, when you do that, I think Eliza still like pushes forward a little bit to touch your hand. Is like, you interest me in a way I don't think other people do. And I hate to say that I was perhaps trying to follow you and catch you alone for this type of moment, but I wanted to hear your story.
Okay. At this, she probably relaxes a bit and allows you to. She says, well, where to begin? You know that we are all parts of noble houses, but I was not the best behaved child. So my parents were very ashamed of me. I am now ashamed to say. And well, they sent me to a number of other kingdoms far away, hoping that their more rigid and proper customs would sink into me somehow. It was quite strange and must admit a bit terrifying for a while, but I've learned many things. I've had I must say I find so far that my perspective is quite different from those back home now, which is interesting, but
I'm not quite sure how anyone could be ashamed of you, especially not with the ability to have experiences like that. And I think she reaches up and like touches your hair, puts your hair behind your ear. May I?
You may, but only for a moment, and then I withdraw to a less charged distance.
Yeah, when she sees that, she like straightens up. I think it's very honorable. You're learning so much about other places. Not many people do.
Yes, well, once I started accepting my circumstances, I found many ways to enjoy them. I was not the same person I am now before I left, so I can see why my parents were ashamed now that I have the gift of hindsight. But anyway, I'm speaking of myself so much. Why don't you tell me a bit about yourself?
Well, there isn't really much to tell that most people don't know about Hal Stillstone. My little brother's the infant king. It's rather annoying, I would say.
Yes, but if he were on the throne, would you not have considerably more control?
Anyone would take advantage of that in my family, I'm sure. I would be regent, being his older sibling, but I'm not sure what that would mean exactly. The decisions would be mine, yes, but it would still be his name.
But if it's his name and power, that gives you much more freedom to conduct yourself as you would wish. Wouldn't it?
I never thought of it that way. That is a good point. You're rather. Is all the travel and schooling, is that what made you so well versed in these matters? I am. I touch your cheek, may I?
Katie, it goes back and forth greedy.
She's not doing any. I'm going full out here.
You have to wait. It's back and forth.
Katie, just flirt harder. God.
Flirt harder without the moves. I know you can
not
do
doing
it.
Mm-mm. Nope. I play this game hard.
You may, but first I want you to tell me more about yourself.
She like smiles at you. I've heard so much about Zendarel. I'm not sure if I've ever believed the rumors. I am more of a outgoing person who tends to trust easily. But you don't seem like the type of people I know I've heard of from your house.
And what have you heard?
It's at this moment. Oh no. That Anna comes walking through the gardens, reading a book. And she basically stumbles upon the two of you. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Excuse me."
Hello, Anna. It's very nice to see you today.
It's no
Yes.
trouble. We were simply discussing our childhoods. I was telling her about my travels.
Of course. Well, don't let me bother you.
It's no bother if you'd like to join.
Yes, I'm still getting used to the customs of my homeland, ironically. The more people that can help me adjust, the better.
Well, all right, if you don't mind extra company.
Of course. You're always wonderful to have along, Anna.
Yeah. So that was me interrupting your scene
God,
after
Anna,
the
read
third
room.
exchange. They invited me. They pushed for me to stay.
I don't think Eliza did. She's like, sure, you could stay. Great, I'd love to have you.
If you're interrupted, show everyone the highest card in each of your hands. So both of you.
Snap.
Oh, snap. All right, take them back.
Katie might have 2 aces.
Katie's cheating. It's a fact.
Katie is.
I don't have to. I'm being honest. I don't have 2 aces.
Nah.
Don't tell people.
I don't care if I win or lose this game. I just
I do.
confident.
I do win.
That means someone stole her ace during the dance.
I don't believe you.
Okay, so now it is Jariah's turn to set a game for us.
Okay. What should I do?
And this can be at any point in time. You can skip forever forward if you want to. If you're feeling a 5-year time skip.
I think actually before that scene in the gardens, Jariah probably had a conversation over food with Anastasia.
Yes, I'm here for it. Perfect.
So, okay, each player presents everyone present draws a card.
Which game is it?
A conversation over food.
Ooh.
How we came to be eating together and who else we've invited. Have we invited anybody else?
That would be up to you. It is your kingdom.
Nah, fuck them. So both of us will draw a card. Dope. How do you look to me? What is your mood?
She probably, well, she's borrowing your clothes, so they're probably, it's probably something very simple and loose fitting because it's not fitted for her, so it kind of hangs off of her in places. And it's probably like a light yellow color sort of thing. And she probably, let's say it's earlier in the day, and
Brunch.
yes, brunch.
Mimosa.
So her hair hasn't really had anything done with it, and it's probably loose and long, about just hanging free, because she's not used to such early mornings. How do you look to me? What is your mood? Oh, I forgot to tell you my mood. I'm probably kind of fidgety, but I look a bit excited. So you go.
Anna is definitely dressed like down. She's wearing a very simple dress, and she still has like an ornate embroidered with like gold thread robe that she's got kind of pulled on over this loose dress, just because she hasn't actually like gotten ready for the day yet. I mean, she's decent enough, but I think her hair, you can tell where it was like braided in the night, is like still in like these like tight waves. Yeah, she's dressed in like soft earth tones with this gold thread. And her mood is relaxed, maybe a bit sleepy, but definitely just totally at ease being in her own home. So we take a highest card from our hand and show it. And then we pull them together. Okay. And during the meal, anyone can ask for details about the setting, occasion, circumstances. I would say that we're probably not in the actual like large dining room. We're probably in like one of the smaller family morning like dining areas. It's like a brightly lit, windows open to kind of let in the morning air on a what will be a lovely day. All right, so I think you go first. Lowest card goes first, so that's you. On your turn, choose one of your conversational partners and choose an action, ask a topic, engage in verbatim impromptu conversation, pass, instead saying something about the food. It's probably my favorite fucking thing in the entire world. You can just say something about the food instead of actually engage in conversation, or leave the conversation. Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to know a detail.
Oh, sure.
What are you actually eating?
Describe this brunch.
Oh my God.
Describe it in the most anime fashion you can, like steam lines and...
You want me to draw it really quick for you?
You could. That'd be great.
Just 20 variations of blood pudding.
It's definitely extravagant. Like there's more food than either of them could ever potentially eat. Like I think there's a fully like a full sliced up ham. Definitely lots of fruit. rolls, eggs. I think there's some raw eggs on the table too that you can like mix into your drink if you're that type. Yeah, I think that's about it because a whole ham, maybe some kind of like potato, like steamed potato.
All right.
What?
I'm just like, we're good.
You want me to keep going?
I'm good. I think my brain
And
is satisfied.
wine, obviously. Wine in the morning. Yeah, that's what we're eating.
I think I start out by taking some like steamed potato and I take like a raw egg and I crack it over the potato and sort of with a fork start roughly mashing it together. And that's kind of like a bit of a social faux pas. So I make an ignorant or social or diplomatic blunder. Do you let me recover gracefully or do you hold it against me?
She doesn't say anything about it. I think she raises an eyebrow. Like, that's interesting, but she doesn't say anything she doesn't even pause. Like, she just like mid sip.
And from there, she like starts adding like other food to sort of make like a little food sculpture.
So, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine. The beds here are much softer than I'm used to, so it took me a bit to fall asleep, but overall I'm doing well. Does your neck cramp very often with these beds?
No, but I did grow up sleeping on these beds, so I'm fairly used to it. But if you would like something a bit firmer, then I'd be more than happy to get something together for you if you're going to be here much longer.
Ah, yes, I would certainly welcome something firmer to lay upon in the night.
Of course. I'll make a note of it. We'll get that fixed for you by tonight. I hope to convince you that a baby is not fit for the crown. Like this family isn't fit for the crown. Can I?
Wow, Summer's going right for the jugular.
Perhaps. It depends on your argument.
Okay. She's taking a bite of one of the rolls. So, have you spent much time with Eliza?
Oh, not yet. I met her briefly at the party, and she seemed to have a bit much to drink at the time, so I thought then wasn't the proper time to strike up a first conversation.
Of course, yeah. It's difficult to have intimate conversations at a party anyway.
Very true. It's far better to have them where you can have a bit of privacy.
I didn't fully anticipate on her actually coming.
Yes, well, whenever you have a party, whoever shows up, and you have to adjust accordingly. I was not invited, and yet I made my appearance. And now we have this lovely meeting.
Well, I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you. I am very grateful that you are having me.
Where will you go after this?
I will most likely go back home and face my parents for the first time in a while.
Are you anxious for it?
I am nervous. This current political situation has been making things tense, and honestly, I have been trying to avoid thinking about it too much. I was hoping to even be distracted from it at the party, and yet it still arose.
So your parents mean to make a move for the crown?
I'm not sure entirely. They have their plans and their aspirations. I think they would be satisfied simply with having a more stable position, one that affords them more power. If they are attempting to make a move for the throne, then I have not heard of it yet.
Most of my family is quite concerned with the current circumstances.
Hmm.
It's a bit stressful.
Yes. However, we do need a stable system of rule, or else everybody loses.
Even though the child might be the lawful heir to the throne, there's so many uncertainties that come along with that.
Yes. There's much knowledge that is required to be a successful and fair ruler, and reading histories, I have come across many instances where people were thrust onto the throne before they were ready, and the power seemed to go to their head. Hopefully that does not happen in this case.
We've all met a spoiled child in our life. This is the epitome of that. Giving a child everything from birth, even power over all of us.
Yes. The only time that it does not tend to lead to disaster is if the child is actually ruled by someone else behind the scenes.
I have no doubt that Dillstone will pull the strings until the child is old enough to realize what is going on. Whether that is sooner or later in their life, I don't know. But it's worrisome, the idea of going to war for the whims of a child.
Yes. I must admit I don't know very much about the content of the character of this child's king. Could you inform me more about him?
It's not the child that I'm worried about, it is Dillstone and the way that I've seen them behave over the past several years. Entitled.
Well, it is a common affliction of the nobility to act in an entitled manner.
You are nobility, and you don't act entitled.
Not anymore.
We'll see how things go from here. But I know my family will not rest easy until the situation is remedied.
And what is it you intend to do?
Wait for a little while, I suppose. See how things go. But I hope if the time does come that you don't hold me accountable for my family's actions.
We can't choose our families, and when families have as much power as ours do, we can not do much but get swept up in their wake.
She sets down her fork and like folds her napkin off her lap and puts it on her plate. You're always welcome here if you don't wish to go home. I might be traveling soon, but you're more than welcome to come with me.
Where would you be traveling?
I think it's time that I paid a visit to House Dillstone. See for myself.
I'm sure I can convince my parents to afford me with more time before visiting them, if that is our destination.
If they have an eye on a crown, I can't see why they would mind.
It is always courteous to visit our political allies.
She like smiles. It's anything but political allies with Dillstone at this moment. Yeah, and I think she gets up and curtsies and leaves.
Hey, can I throw a card in because you guys were talking mad shit about me?
I actually think you can, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you can.
Shit.
Talking some mad shit about me. There's your card.
Let's fuck these up, mix them around. I don't know how to shuffle these cards. Okay, I'll roll a d3. All right. And then whoever wants to roll a d2.
Katie, I'm surprised you took it for that one. I was waiting for like the first anti-Jillstone thing. I put a card down.
I'm grabbing all these content tokens.
No, yeah. Oh no, you did. Oh, that's a game we all need to play too.
Quiet Year?
Quiet Year? Yeah, I love that game.
Love that fucking game.
I still have never played, and I'm so mad about it.
You need to. It's so good.
I know.
I'll do a special stream for you. Don't worry.
Thank you. Ooh, that was so juicy. I love it.
I already have my thing planned.
Good, because it's your turn.
We're going to skip forward ahead a month to Castle Dillstone.
Shit!
What?
We are in the throne room. Eliza and Gerald are in a heated, an animated disagreement.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Fuck yeah! This game's so good! Oh my god,
Gerald
oh my
wants
god,
to-
oh my god.
Gerald wants to duel the king for the throne.
The baby?
He's a baby!
An infant. Ooh, I love it.
This is the
Okay.
anime
Sword he can duel.
So this is the one where the audience conducts a disagreement. So that's the other three of us. And we are physically present at this animated disagreement.
Yes,
Um,
it's in the throne room. Like there was court happening, and
Yeah.
Gerald busted in with a halberd.
Okay, so you've
just
chosen your
like-
player. You each draw a card.
All right.
First of all, why me?
Because
You're the one who picked Dillstone.
You gotta defend a baby.
I mean, I am accomplished at arms.
I'm actually surprisingly not. So
Draw a card.
Me neither, and I'm the House of Knights.
I
so
need to
you're fine.
discard one. So
I'm pretty sure I gave that to
Put
Katie.
it down and delete it.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
You did.
You have the reach advantage too.
But we're not actually
Oh.
fighting. We're
Fuck.
disagreeing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did come in with the fucking halberd though, so
I've
remember that.
yeah. I'm not
Okay.
like pointing
It's a
it at you.
ceremonial halberd.
No.
So answer the question, how do you look to me? What's your mood?
Yeah. How do you look to me? What's your mood, oh shorty?
Oh, does
so-
everyone take a card?
We need to stop being mean about the short thing. It's an attractive quality.
Gerald,
It's just because it's Ethan.
It's so mean.
It's just because it's Ethan.
Is it because it makes
But
you
he's
feel
wide.
self-conscious about your height?
Wide.
That's actually a little bit.
Am I
Put it this
short?
way. He's got like, he's got a well braided beard because he's in court. Big furs, like big hooded fur cloak, and is currently wearing a bone mask made from an elk.
So what's that mood like?
Why?
My mood is ready to party, and by party I mean murder a child.
My God, you've been quiet for too long. You've had too long to think this over.
This is a coup.
I actually thought about this before we started, like before the first turn. So,
So
what is
to
you?
you,
What do you look like?
yeah,
Ethan's the real
you said it's
monster
been
here.
I think that it's in the throne room, right? That's what you said you barged in. So she is she's dressed in her. I think it's sort of a casual finery. Like it's not as fine as it could be if it was like a party, but it's still, very nice Dillstone clothes. And her hair's pulled back. She was in the middle, I think, of like having a conversation with advisors and about what was happening. And I think when you barge in, you can't be stopped. I think she's surprised and actually a little frightened because you were all out ready to party. So we have to begin. We have to agree to stakes.
Because I don't actually intend to win this conversation. Like I don't intend. Ethan does not intend that a baby will die at the end of this conversation. I think what actually happens is we'll lose a card because someone's going to lose this argument hard.
Okay, so the loser must discard their highest card.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. So aces are always high, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't really matter here. During the discussion, anyone can ask for details about the setting, occasion, and circumstances. The audience conducts this disagreement. Audience members, we take turns posing challenges to the position holders. Both of them must answer each challenge. You decide who goes first or let one of them volunteer. You both need to clearly state your position. This should be something that's like, it's like a debate position.
Sure.
My
Go
my
ahead.
position is that I can be a fair regent for my little brother as he grows up.
Gerald's position is that anyone who cannot defend themselves does not deserve to be king.
That's a great position. So are you sure you want to stick with
The
that?
other king who kills this king should be the king. That's Gerald's saying. I
Do you-
mean,
Is that still your position? Because you'll be
I'm
kind
just
of
trying.
speaking not relevantly to what Gerald is saying. I mean, that's totally
I guess
fine.
I guess I'll change my position to I'm an accomplished fighter. I can defend myself and my brother for the throne.
Okay.
Okay.
I like how the argument is like, if you can't defend yourself, you can't be king. Versus,
Yeah.
I'm a kind of bitch.
I'll do
mean,
That
it.
is literally
Yeah.
you look at House Antibes, that is literally like one of their tenants.
Aren't they
Yeah.
the barbarian house sort of?
Yeah.
And Terry, yeah. Awesome.
All right. So we've got Eliza on one side and we've got Gerald on the other side. Okay. So after 3 challenges, we compare points. So each of us in the audience is going to pick a challenge and pose it to the 2 combatants. And then at the end, we each get to award a point to one of them. After 3 challenges, whoever has more points has the acclaim of the audience, whoever they are. So this is my favorite part. If either position holder goes on too long, you can cut them off with hisses and jeers if you like, and you award 1 point to their opponent. So if you talk too long, we'll tell you to shut up, and we give your opponent a point. If you interrupt or rebuke one another, cut them off at once and award 1 point to their opponent. So, yeah, it is my favorite part. If you're rude / if you talk too long, you give a point free to your opponent. Okay, so, Mike, do you want to give the first challenge?
Yes, I do. Please go to war. No, I want to do... what the hell? I lost it. Oh, yeah. Please explain how your position carries the weight of tradition, law, and social order.
Ooh, that's so good. You get to pick who goes first unless one of you volunteers.
I think the aggressor goes first. I think Gerald gets to answer first.
And the question was...
please explain how your position carries the weight of tradition, law, and social order.
The king needs to be strong for his people, for if he cannot defend himself, how can he defend anyone else? You declare that you are his defender. That makes him weak. That is like walls. A king cannot rely on walls. He must rely on his own arm.
All right. House Dillstone has ruled for 3 generations. That's tradition right there. We will continue to rule because as a king, you should rely on those around you. You should learn to delegate. You should learn to have trust in your family and those closest. And I am the closest family he has. I will protect him just as I was raised to. And I'll protect myself as well, no matter what.
Dope. All right. Mike, who gets your point?
I think Katie does.
Eliza, 1 point. Hika, who gets your point?
Probably Eliza.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same. Okay. Kika, what is your challenge?
Don't you get to choose one, Summer?
I did.
I think she's just going last, isn't she?
What do you mean?
The challenge. Are you just going to pick your
I'm just going last.
Yeah, she's going to go.
I'm going in the
I just-
same like turn.
I just didn't see you make a choice.
Oh, I chose Eliza.
Okay.
Oh, you meant
First.
that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Please make a personal attack on your opponent's character.
It's my favorite one.
Doesn't this go against the rules of like being rude?
No, the rude is only if you interrupt the other person.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Yeah.
As long as you can stand and take their personal attack without cutting them off.
Can you, Katie?
You can select someone to go first.
Who do you want to go first, or you want one of us to volunteer?
I'd like Eliza to go first.
This sudden act toward violence, it holds no real meaning in this world anymore. You're behind the times, Gerald. You need to catch up. This isn't a kingdom that's ruled on violence and jumping to brash decisions. You have to be smart. You have to make political decisions, and I'm not sure if you can.
Political decisions like asking for aid from foreign countries for living solely based off of another country's good graces. Would you take and not give? No, you just burn everything in your path. You will destroy everyone around you because you are not strong enough to stand on your own.
Dope. Kika, who gets your point?
It's hard. Can I not give a point?
No, there's no abstaining. You have to.
Dillard.
No, Gerald.
Dillard.
Gerald.
Gerald. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The names
Fair,
are
same
next to
guess.
each other, so yeah.
Mike?
I have to also go with Gerald. I also want to follow his speech with "Brum, brum, brum, brum." Like again.
Oh, get
Yeah.
one of those little trumpets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I was
troubadour
gonna
plays it.
go with Gerald too.
Oh,
High race.
it's
Yikes.
back to back.
Yikes!
Okay.
This is a hot one.
I love a heated disagreement.
I love animated disagreement. It's so much fun.
All rests on Summer's decision.
Okay. Please challenge your opponent to trials by contest or to single combat.
God damn it!
Yes.
They
That's
don't
my
answer. They don't answer. Instead, if they decline your challenge, yours is the better answer. If they accept, theirs is.
Wait,
Are you going to challenge me,
Challenge
Yeah.
by contest.
Gerald?
Gerald,
Yeah.
are you willing to fight for what you believe in, Gerald?
I mean, yeah. So am I challenging you or are you challenging me?
Are you? I was asking you the same thing. Are you going to challenge me because you're all about violence?
Yeah. The challenge goes to the person who started the disagreement.
Okay, so that'd be me.
Mm-hmm.
You claim you are strong, and I know you are a capable fighter. Grab arms. Let's do this.
Fine. If it's just to prove you right, I will do so. Prove you wrong, I'll do so as well. I don't wish for bloodshed, but perhaps that's what it will take. And she pulls out her rapier to fight you.
Awesome. So, Eliza, because you accepted the challenge, yours is the better answer and you win the animated disagreement.
Makes sense.
I know. It says instead, if they decline your challenge, yours is the better answer. If they accept, theirs is.
That seems weird.
I thought you went into a try by contest after
I
that.
thought you did too.
You do, but you still have to go into what you guys agreed upon your stakes, which is the loser must discard their highest card, right?
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, well
That's
then.
me, I guess.
Mhm.
All right. Bye.
And then because you chose to a single combat, we'll go into meeting sword to sword.
Yeah.
I think it's appropriate to go straight into that if everybody else is on board.
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Go
Okay.
for it.
We each draw a card.
Yeah.
I like how Katie has like the whole book memorized.
I just have them pulled up.
You just usually draw a card when you go into any
That's true.
event.
Yeah, because I'm going to discard this one.
Okay. Meeting sword to sword.
Take the highest card from your hand and place it face down in front of you without revealing it.
Wow, it only took 2 hours to get to cross swords.
Right?
So I think we all know how you came to be standing alone, sword to sword. Except for you're not alone. We're all here.
You're in like a court.
We're all here with you.
We're in the throne room.
Yeah. So you each draw a card. I think it's just appropriate for you both to say what your mood is now.
I mean, Eliza is pretty confident. She doesn't want to do this. I think it's obvious she doesn't want to fight, but she's going to do what she has to defend her brother and her house name.
Gerald is excited to do some fights.
Is this a
Agree to-
boy?
Agree together which one is better with a sword. I mean, I think I am.
Far.
I have the trait.
You have the trait. I
Yeah.
think that just makes you better.
But you get to lead because you're worse. So
Oh, really? Is that
So you
Yeah.
ask a leading question. After the third leading question, you can ask closing questions. So it'll go Gerald, Eliza, Gerald, and then Eliza on your second turn. You can ask a closing question if you should like.
Yeah.
And not all closing questions end combat. So you can go back into leading questions versus closing questions.
So I start.
Mhm.
Yes, you do.
Okay. We circle, guards up, swords between us. What do you say?
Dear Gerald, I know that you understand I don't want to do this, especially in the company of so many fine people. Why is it so important to you to resort to violence?
Tradition is just as important to you as it is to me. And yeah,
Is that okay?
I
Yeah.
think that means to you, right?
Yeah. Hmm. I get my sword inside your guard and cut you across the ribs. Do you withdraw and run, or do you rejoin the fight?
I press the attack.
Okay. More question.
I launch a sustained attack with my weight behind it. Do you give ground readily or grudgingly?
I think knowing she knows how to fight, I think she steps away and gives you ground.
Okay.
So she can keep her footing and not be knocked back.
Yeah.
And she looks at you again and says, Gerald, we really don't have to do this. It could end badly for one of us.
My intent isn't to kill you here. It's to prove a point.
Your intent was threat, and I don't exactly respond kind to that.
I know you don't.
I get my sword's edge across your throat. Do you submit or flee?
I do not. I submit.
Yeah,
I
I think.
I imagine it's because I did a big swing, right? And throwing my weight behind, and you get like my blade, your blade right here.
Yeah.
Like we're both standing, and you're like, whooshing.
Yeah, she has her sword up to your throat. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill anybody. That's not the point of the crown anymore. And she drops her sword and looks at you and just gives you a nod. Gerald, perhaps you should leave. Your point's been made, rather badly, but it has been made.
Of course. By your leave, lady. Kind of does a very short bow. And then leaves off in a huff.
Give me your card, because you submitted.
I mean, good.
No, you return your face card to your hand
Mine just goes to
if you win, and then he discards his.
But I get it, because he submitted or fled, though.
No. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought it said discard. No, yeah. You give the enemy your face down card.
Yeah, I get his card.
Oh yeah, because I didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have died.
Have fun with that.
Is your card in Anastasia's place? Okay, yeah.
Summer.
Should have died.
Fucking brutal.
Have fun with that jack, by the way.
Oh no! Get wrecked, King.
Oh, if I may, can I make one more?
Yeah.
Jibe on the way
mention.
out.
Yeah.
If the rightful heir does not enter the throne within the next summer, this land will rot.
Oh my god!
And then leave.
Eliza just looks at everybody. He's like, he's crazy.
Fast forward one summer. Shit.
God damn it!
We're back. Oh gosh. Okay.
That's been one whole round.
I think it's back to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's my fucking turn. Whoo, hoo, hoo.
There's a
All
lot of
right, I
shit
think-
talking and a sword fight, man.
This has been a really
It's like
high impact.
It's like
So
a
this-
season of Game of
This will
Thrones.
either be our last or next to last. So if y'all have a preference, I'm more than happy to hear if anybody has one that they think would be interesting. I kind of want to do a chase just because that's fun.
So dramatic.
Oh.
It's funny because
Yeah.
like Chase and heated or animated disagreement are like the most gamey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do
I
a chase.
I love Intrigue and Muster. It's my favorite game.
Intrigue and Muster is?
Mm-hmm. That's like all of the options are just like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, you just
God
fuck
damn it.
somebody over.
Yeah.
You fuck somebody else over.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe I'll do that.
They're just only drama things. Like, oh, you did the. Guess what? You have no choice. Get shafted. You're like, oh no.
It's your favorite game because you automatically win. That's why you like
No, it's not even that. It's just the other person always loses. I don't have to win. Everyone else has to lose.
Fuck. I can't decide what I want. Okay, let's do a chase. Guess who I'm chasing?
Boomst.
Whomst.
Is it me?
I don't actually know.
It should be Gerald who's threatening everybody.
Gerald, I was impressed by Gerald.
Yeah, but
One person.
But Anna's got some sass against Stillstone, so she's down for the threats.
Yeah, I don't. Last time me and Summer played, we ended with a fucking chase too, and I hate it.
I don't. Yeah, I think it is gonna be Dillard. That's getting chased down.
All right.
What have you done, son?
So I'm
Who
the
the fuck
hunter,
knows?
probably.
It's a romantic chase?
Sure.
There are flower petals in
How-
there as you're riding by.
How did the chase begin? Are we on foot or horseback?
Man,
And how did the chase begin?
do I have to answer these, or are these for you?
These are for both of us to figure out together.
Okay. Why? You tell me, why are you chasing me?
That's a good question. I don't know. Have you done something skeevy in a while?
I don't think so. I'm a courageous good boy.
I mean,
He's never skeeved in his life.
Yeah.
he has
Look
to
at those traits.
I'm in,
all the ladies.
yeah, I'm incapable of the skeeve. Like I can't. I'm a good boy.
I think that you were I think I don't know that it's you.
Okay.
I think that you maybe we were somewhere in the same vicinity, and we heard that there was another enemy camp nearby or something along those lines. But the group had fled by the time we arrived. So I'm making chase, not knowing fully.
Okay. Not
who
knowing who
it
you're
is.
chasing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I could have framed him for something.
Yeah, because I wouldn't frame anybody. I'm too good of a boy. Bet it's that Gerald.
Are we on foot or horseback?
I think if it was a camp, we'd be on horseback.
Okay, cool. So we each draw a card.
Doing it.
How does the back of your head look to me?
What?
Beautiful. Those beautiful hands.
That can't be.
My
It
roll
would.
20
It
throws.
would be. It would be hooded. You would see him in a nondescript cloak, right? Because the camp wouldn't want to be identified for what it was. So, are we putting a card down? Is that what's happening?
No, you take a
Okay,
card.
cool.
Sorry, I was just pulling out.
Yeah, so it would be in a nondescript, because he's too much of a good boy. He wouldn't be wearing another house's colors. He would just be wearing no one's colors. So he'd be wearing like an earthy, like an olive drab or like a brown cloak, like a thick traveling cloak, hood up so he his face is obscured, and he would be in nondescript clothing as well, on an unbarded horse as well.
What's your mood?
Concern. My mood is concerned. So how do you? I guess how do you look? How do you look in a way that I don't know it's you?
Ugh, I look so good. I am beautiful and athletic and haunted.
I can't stand you.
Yeah, I think that I think the weather's bad.
Okay.
And so she's also hood up. I think that because the weather has been so bad, her horse was injured in kind of like a mild like rock/mud slide kind of thing. So she's on a horse that's not her own, which would probably be, you would probably know her horse at sight.
Sure.
So I think that's probably why you don't recognize who she is, because she's broken away from the group as well. So there's no like markings of of Lunest. Yeah, and she's wearing this like hooded cloak that the rain kind of like beads up on. And if you were behind her, you would see that it does have that same like classic gold embroidery, like very ornate on the back that would give her away. But because you're in front, you can't tell that it's her. And her mood is anxious, and maybe a bit excited. She doesn't really doesn't get into situations like this very much. Okay, so other players conduct and judge the chase. During the chase, anyone may ask for details about the landscape, what's ahead, what's behind, or what course the hunt might take. I also think that we're probably near Dillstone, probably not Lunest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably more familiar for Dillard than it is Anastasia.
Yeah. Okay, so Corey, where are you now and where are you going?
Mike.
Quarry. That's
The
what.
quarry.
Oh, I said Corey. I was like,
You're
who the
the
fuck's
quarry.
Corey?
The quarry.
Look on your
I was like, who the hell is
Right.
Corey?
I was like, yes, you're the quarry.
I was like, who is Corey?
Quarry.
That was the best moment.
Right.
Someone clip that. Perfect. I was like, I'm not
I'm
Corey,
Mike.
just so you know. We only played together for like 6 months somewhere. So as the quarry,
I hate you.
I am on horseback, riding through. I like a good woodland chase. Riding through the woods surrounding Dillstone. And where am I going? I'm going to report back to Dillstone like a good, diligent boy.
Oh.
Damn.
Get it together, Corey. Come on.
Jesus Christ,
Corey.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, Corey.
Oh,
Oh man, that's your new name. I love it.
Yep, done forever.
Okay,
Brandon.
so we do a series of 4 challenges and setbacks. Basically, you on your turn, so we'll probably go Katie, Kika, then Ethan, and then circle back around to Katie. You tell the quarry to choose a challenge for the hunter or the hunter to choose a setback for the quarry. So you just pick one of us. And then we have to show the required card. We get a point. And I'll be keeping track of points.
Dope.
Yeah, so Quarry, choose a challenge for your hunter.
I'm just gonna take right from Katie. I know this ground well. Show a heart to keep up.
Do have a fucking heart.
Damn it, Corey. You're tearing this family apart.
Blammo. I showed a heart to keep up, which means I get a point. Hell yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, she I think her horse is pretty fucking dope. This borrowed horse.
It's not borrowed anymore. You just took it.
I demanded that they give it to me.
Of course you did.
They had no choice but to listen.
Gifted horse.
Yeah.
It was just one of my guys, and he was like, "Take mine," and I was like, "Are you sure?"
He was like, "Take mine," and swooned. He was like,
Yeah.
"I'm so pretty. Of course I'll take your horse."
Okay, are you choosing me to choose a setback or Mike to choose a challenge?
Yeah, choose a setback for Corey.
Okay, Corey, you ready?
No. Corey's never ready.
Oh man. You slip on treacherous ground and scramble to keep your footing. Show a face card or an ace to regain your footing and break away again.
What the hell am I name? There we go. Flip.
You get a point.
And you take it back, right?
Ethan,
All right.
you want me to choose a setback or Mike to choose a challenge?
Are we at 1 and 1 or is it 2 and 0?
Yeah,
One
or
on one.
or 1-on-1.
Okay. Because I want to know why this is happening. Summer, give him a challenge.
Okay. Um, you've led yourself into. Do I want that one? uh, shit. I feel like there's so much strategy that is behind this, but okay. Yeah. You've led yourself into a dead end and have to dash past me to win free. Show a spade to do it. Okay, cool. All right, Katie, back around to you.
Give your hunter a challenge there, Corey.
Summer, you've played a lot of games. I feel like I reach open ground and leap away. Show a card you haven't shown before now to keep up.
I don't remember what I showed last time.
No, that's the worst one. Because no one remembers the hell cards they've shown.
Well, it just means in this game.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I get a point, which means I win. If we tie, I win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
if the hunter has
bullshit.
as many points as the quarry or more, tell the quarry to choose one of the endings. So you get to pick an ending, actually.
Oh, cool.
Where you get caught.
Choose one where you get caught.
Yeah.
Like the core you are.
Oh, that's such a Corey move, too.
Oh, Corey.
You know what? I think it's more dramatic that you've driven me into a blind way and you've cornered me.
Yeah. As soon as you're cornered, and she comes up behind you, you can't get away.
Anna?
She comes a little bit closer. Dillard,
Why are you pursuing me?
why are you running from me?
I was told that our camp was being chased by an enemy.
We heard there was an enemy camp nearby.
Of course
I didn't
there is.
know.
You're in Dillstone,
I know, but you were much closer than we thought anybody would be.
as were you. You're in Dillstone.
I've been here for a while.
Why? Do you mean to make war?
Of course not. I guess you could say reconnaissance.
For what? Diplomacy has always been your strong suit.
Ever since N-Tier challenged the throne, we've seen that there might be an opportunity to cause some division.
Between whom?
Between Dillstone and itself. Perhaps with you too. If Oak would be receptive to a meeting.
Man, Summer, we only have 20 minutes left, you jerk.
Show the faces of war.
Yeah, right? He says, You're not wrong. There have been murmurings in Dillstone that Gerald had some truth to what he was saying. But Eliza did what she could. She makes a good defender, if not a queen. What does Lunest bring that Dillstone hasn't?
Stability. Connections. We've never, as of yet, stepped on anybody's toes. We bring wealth, stable rule, as we have back home for a very long time.
And the other houses? How do they play into this?
If we're going to make a move, then I'll probably meet with Sanderel. It would be worth it to go see and hear, but I know that they would prefer things get physical. We have a claim to the throne. It's not as glamorous as some of the others. But I think that Dillstone could be pressured out of the seat.
There's a long, like, wet pause in the rain, right? And he looks to you and says, well, you have a captive of war as a bargaining chip. And he
Do you
drop-
think
he
you
drops
mean
the
that
reins.
much? Do you think you mean that much to them?
At least to Oak.
All right.
Bum, bum, bum.
It's a good plan. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh shit. Man, this game can just go on forever
For
and ever
hours.
and ever.
I just want
And-
to give you a heated disagreement between you and Dillstone.
I know.
You just want
But
to watch me and Summer fight is what you want to do.
Yeah.
I think we should go ahead and go to the coronation.
Done.
Which is a bummer because there's so much good shit that could happen. But everybody plays. Everyone draws one last card.
I'm maxed out. So what happens when you're maxed out?
You take one and discard one.
Gotcha.
Y'all, I just bit it this game. So we all reveal our hand, just lay it out along your name.
It's the worst part of the game.
I know. Laying out your hand.
It's such a chore on Roll20. Someone just steal my cards? Steal my cards over there?
No.
My cards are going to random places. Those are just my cards that just got taken.
No, it's really my card. You stole it.
No,
Yeah,
my
this
card.
One, this one right here. The 6 was my card.
So the person with the most face cards.
Go out, go out, go out. Thank you.
Yeah, the person with the most face cards is the heir assumptant. Do we have anybody with more than 2 face cards?
No.
Oh no,
No, we
Katie's
do.
got 3.
Katie's got 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so Katie is the heir assumptant. And then we have to find the house ascendant, which is most suits represented in their hand. I have all 4.
I don't.
I have all 4.
Perfect.
No, Jiraiya has all 4 too. Oh yeah, sorry. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Jiraiya.
So we are both house ascendants, which is cool. And then anybody's holding 2s or jacks? These are doom cards. I have a jack and a 2.
I have a jack.
I have neither.
Okay.
So, that means
So-
By the way,
I
I totally had the claim to back up what I said in court.
Oh, that's right. You had the shitty Doom Jack too. You have the Jack of Spades.
No, not even the two or the Jack and the 2 are both real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a Jack and a 2 too, and I'm very happy about it.
I got a Jack.
Okay, so Arasumptant, answer these questions. What is the nature of the ceremony?
I think it is a very modest ceremony, a modest coronation. Dillstone doesn't go out of their way to impress anybody. It's fully traditional.
Which houses are invited to attend? Are any forced to attend?
She invites all of them, even Antair.
Are any forced to attend?
No, it's not a force. It is an invitation. You don't have to come if you don't want to.
Antair is there underneath a tree in a distant hill watching over the ceremony.
You extra as hell. Oh my god. Okay.
By the way, he's the only one there.
That was super extra.
Okay, so which of us personally attend the ceremony?
I attend.
Okay.
No.
Which of us
At a
personally support the new crown?
Thank you. Oh
Which of us will personally fight or continue to fight against the new crown? House Ascendants will both answer this question. Do you deserve the new crown? Do you serve the new crown? Support the new crown? Call the new crown to heel? Or openly oppose the new crown? Kika, what do you do? What does Jiraiya do?
I think I support the new crown.
I openly oppose the new crown.
Of course you do.
Arasumptant, do you honor and glorify them, look to them for leadership, grant them due respect, defy them to do their worst, or outlaw them and try to break them?
That one for him?
That was for the Arasumptant.
Oh.
For Jiraiya and Anastasia.
No, that's you.
Oh.
You're the
You're the
Arasumptant.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The person
Sorry.
assuming the crown.
Got you.
So I go
Basically,
into
do you
House.
honor and glorify them, look to them for leadership, grant them due respect, defy them to do their worst, blah blah blah?
I mean, yeah, she respects them.
Okay. What about me? Respect me too?
Yeah, she's not going to cause any problems.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cause problems. No big deal. All right. Taking them jacks and them twos. So let's do the twos first.
I thought you'd do Jacks first.
Nope. Twos first. Two of
Okay.
Two of hearts. An outlandish new faith takes hold among the common people of Bantiv, who abandon in great numbers the gods of their ancestors. And then two of spades, famine ruins the harvest, and the people of Bantiv face a desperate killing winter. Oh, get
Happens.
Bantiv.
It happens.
That's my fault, by the way. Sorry.
Now let's immediately
it's
play
the
the
other
quiet
thing.
year.
Does my
Yes,
Okay.
let's do it.
The
does
Jack
my
of
character
Clubs.
like accidentally introduce the new religion?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
You've been so many places you actually introduce a new religion to court and it takes off.
Jack of Clubs. The new crown falls ill and can no longer rule. Sorry about it, Eliza.
No, she's not.
The Jack of Hearts. A rival heir discovers a new and undeniably legitimate claim to the throne. Who played the Jack of Hearts?
Me.
You did?
Mhm.
Okay, so you get to pick your rival heir.
I mean, it's just my brother who I took it from. So does he take it back?
It could be anybody. No, it could be anybody. It's just someone who has discovered that they have a legitimate claim to the crown.
I think it's someone in House Oak.
I was gonna say, is it House Good Boy?
It's House Good
They
Boy.
actually have a legitimate claim now.
So is it?
Also, I feel like it's good because in a way that's still okay for Dillstone. Yeah, it's someone in House Oak.
Back in the day, it was one house.
And then lastly, they are. Oh. Yeah,
Killed.
they are assassinated on the throne. So
Yes!
the new crown comes to the throne, they are assassinated, which means that the king is dead and we still have no king.
By the way, the king is killed by a deer.
I mean, that makes sense.
The last time we played this, I married Eric Vulgaris, and I fell ill. I became the king. I fell ill, and then he took over as the king, and then he got assassinated on the throne, and we had no
Yeah, so
king.
whoever took over after me just got assassinated. So great.
Yeah, and you're just too sick.
I'm ill, and which is just real life. I'm sick all the time, so it works.
So given all this 1 year later, where are you?
I have retired from all this courtly shit, and I'm just enjoying being frail and sick. I'm cool with it.
On a beach in Bogota.
Yep. Sipping a marg.
Perfect.
A medieval marg.
Yep. Man, who's next?
I think that in the short time that whoever it was from Oak sat on the throne, I totally banged them, and I'm expecting their baby. So they're unborn.
Are they
potential heir to the throne?
Wait, did the House Oak take the throne and then get killed?
Yeah.
So you
I think
have
it's
the
Dillard.
child.
It's Dillard. Dillard's dead. Dillard got assassinated.
Dillard's dead,
Yeah.
but I'm expecting their child.
Yeah.
Fucking party!
Eliza is so mad.
I'm gonna be on that
That's the only way
throne.
that makes sense.
I love it. So Dillard's dead. Where's Gerald?
Gerald still wanders the wilderness by himself because there actually are no other Antirans.
What?
Oh shit! It's just him.
Where'd they all go, friend? What'd you do to them? They all were like, I should be king, and they went and they fought until there was one left.
Blood
He's
sacrifice.
just the last one.
Okay.
You won because of
It's
your
more than enough.
incredible. Okay. What happened to Jiraiya?
I think Jiraiya is helping look after Eliza and has used knowledge gained from her time abroad to concoct poisons to start poisoning other heirs to the throne.
Oh God.
Oh yes, Jiraiya, my girl.
Oh, party. Awesome. Yeah.
Better not come over for dinner, Anastasia.
I'm not planning on it.
So Kika, you quickly learned the game, and then started murdering people. Perfect.
Yeah, so that's the king is dead. A party and a half. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
We all did
I
it.
feel like The King is Dead is the most elaborate, complex game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, right?
Mhm.
That's this whole game with like 1,000 more rules to it. That's how every game ends. Someone's dead, someone has someone's baby, and you're married to someone you don't want to be married to.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the whole game. Perfect. Awesome. That was dope. Let's go around and introduce our cast and crew here, get your thoughts on The King is Dead, and get the hell out of here for our last game of some Rat Queens. So, Summer, thank you again for hosting this and walking everyone through this. So, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of The King is Dead?
I obviously love this game. I play it at every chance I get. It's just so different every single time, and I love just the RP that happens and, you know, getting everybody kind of getting fucked over at one point or another. It's so much fun. The perfect amount of drama. But yeah, I'm Summer. You can find me at Just a Summer Job on Twitter. That's where I post about everything that I do. But I stream pretty much every day on Off the Table. That's off_the table. So follow that Twitter, same Twitter name, if you're interested in seeing what we do over there. And then I have 1 hour, and then I'm going to be over on Anaris's channel playing some Ryutama, which is just good times. So I'm very excited for that.
Sweet. Let's jump right over to Katie. Katie, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of The King is Dead?
Well, since you only think that all I do is just be Southern and cause drama, then yes, I love this kind of game. It's perfect. I love The King is Dead. This is only the second time I've ever played it, but it's such a good time. You can find me on my Twitter at KatieFace. I have a schedule up because I'm in so many games that it takes forever to say them all. In an hour, I'll be over on Mort's Magical Wares with Ethan playing Dungeon World, which is very fun, starting our second season. And then besides everything else I do on Off the Table, I do the Twitters and all that stuff. Next Thursday will be the first session 0 of Monster Heart from Scraticus's channel that I am starting to run. And I'm very, very nervous. So come watch it and watch. We have a Sasquatch.
Ooh.
If that should be enough to get you there. Yeah.
It's true. I'm going to put out a call to arms real quick, thematically toned to The King is Dead. If you guys ever see Katie being anything other than Southern, sassy, and causing drama, please screenshot it and alert me immediately. Because I don't believe it happens. And I think Summer plays a lot of games with her, and I don't think Summer believes it happens either. So... Gauntlet thrown.
Don't use her against me.
Perfect. Let's jump over to the new face on the channel. Kika, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of The King is Dead?
Yeah, I'm Kika. You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/KikaVO, which is the best way to follow what the heck I'm doing, because I'm doing a lot of different things that are really just spread out and all over the place. So yeah, if you are interested in my role-playing, my made-up fantasy language, my fantasy music, my voice acting, my anything, just check it out. And, or if you want someone to follow someone that frequently complains about trans representation in tabletop gaming, that's a good place to follow. This game is a lot of fun. I wish we could do a full season of this game, honestly.
It's just so much drama.
Yeah, and I want more
So
drama,
much.
and I wanted to develop all the characters and have family drama and romance drama and baby mama drama.
I just keep thinking of starting with The King is Dead and then going into Burning Will. How good that would be.
Fun.
How perfect that would be.
I want to do that. That sounds
Or even do
great.
the quiet year, King is Dead, and then Burning Will. Just build everything.
Oh God,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, so ambitious.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely
There are
Burning
definitely
Wheel is a
several
good
games like that.
follow up
Yeah.
to this.
There are definitely several games like that where they're very world buildy. We played a bunch of them on the Myth Dawn one shots that are pretty awesome. Swords Without Master does the same kind of thing where you just yes and your way through a world building and story all at once. And we
I
played
love Swords Without Master.
Yeah, we played 3 hours of it with Eric, and by the end of it, I was I want a campaign, not a campaign of Swords Without Master. I want to play one game of Swords Without Master, and then take that world and then play it in Dungeon World and just fuck some shit up. It'd be super
I'd
dope.
be down for that.
Yeah.
If you do that, let me know right away.
Absolutely, that and the Quiet Year as well. I want to play a sad post-apocalyptic Quiet Year and then put that in something else and do actual apocalypse world. It'd be dope.
So good.
Yeah. Cool. With that, we'll go last but not least. Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of The King is Dead?
Hello, I'm Super Robot Bear on the Twitter. Also Ethan in real life.
Imagine if you weren't.
You can find me here on unMadeGaming on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock Pacific, where I'm running my 5th edition module that I wrote called The North Sea. And we had one session, and it's on YouTube. You can go watch it. It was pretty good. They almost died several times.
Oh, that's true.
Other plug that I'm going to do, Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, I release a podcast called Too Many RPGs, where me and a friend named Lauren talk to people about their favorite RPG shows and or the shows that they run, which presumably are their favorite. I don't know. It's fun. We get off topic a lot. It's a good conversation with people talking about things they love. So good times.
Sweet.
You find that at Too Many RPGs.
Nice. And your ego-based plug for me is go tell him that you want to talk about unMadeGaming shows and talk about them the whole time. And do that all the time. You won't be the first person, and I hope you're not the last. Just go spam him with, hey, I remember this one time in that one show, North Sea? That was dope. Go do that. And with that, guys, we are out of here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the donations that happened during the stream. Thank you for sitting through the sassy, drama-filled Southern Fest. Kingless Fest here for The King is Dead. This is one of my low-key favorite games. And next, we're going to end the game. We're going to end the night with some D&D, where I'm playing a lady, I think. I think we're all playing ladies, so that should be fun. So with that, guys, we will see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.